Hey, hey, hey. Welcome to the Really Charlie podcast. My name is Charlie Perry. My guest today is Lamont Ferguson, promoter. Old school, I say, old school thoughts in his head. He got an old school soul. Definitely doing the right things, and I'm very, very proud of him. He's working with WBRU, the franchise report, on Monday and Tuesday at 3 p.m. I believe is the correct time, and definitely a good show. And one of the things I like is that he's bringing some local artists to the video, to the audio, to the airwaves. It's definitely something that I'm really all for, and I love it. So, without further ado, Lamont Ferguson, what's up, man?
How you doing, Charlie?
AKA
Pleasure.
Big Ferg, man. That name's generational. That's like three times, man.
Yeah, man. For real. That name has got me into many places just by saying
Uh
I'm a Ferguson.
huh. Yeah, definitely. We love it. I love it. Um, you know, I can't even. It's at least our families go back four generations, if I'm correct, maybe even five. So we're doing good, man. We're doing good.
Yeah, definitely blessed.
Yeah. Um, so some time ago, you was doing the promotions and doing your thing. What inspired you to do that?
Well, my cousins all were rappers. My cousin Jasmine, my cousin Dana was big into producing. Really good friend, Rock King.
Mm-hmm.
They were all rapping. 700 Angels, all those guys inspired me. But I noticed they had nowhere to really perform unless there was something big going on, or sometimes they would get on the on like Third Eye stage, and a couple other places let them rock. But there was really no every weekend spot where you can go and hear hip hop in New Bedford. Um, and then I not only New Bedford, at that time, this was back in 2004, even the nightclubs in Providence were not playing primarily hip hop. Um, Even in Boston, there was no hip hop clubs.
True.
Uh,
True.
when I checked into it, they said hip hop brings violence. It's garbage music. The genre is dying, and this was back in '04. And
Mm-hmm.
I was like, that can't be. Every other major city you go to, there's hip hop clubs.
True.
So when I was traveling, I used to travel to New York and Atlanta and down to Miami, up and down the coast, doing different odd jobs. I would see all these nightclubs and I would attend them. And I would talk to the guys that were organizing it. And I was like, what do you guys do? And they said, we're promoters. And I just kept that in the back of my head. Um, and then my cousin, Derek Baptiste, he threw a party that was unique to me because he rented out a bus and he took it to a nightclub in Springfield, one of the clubs
Wow.
we seen doing hip hop and stuff. And he sold out the bus. It was well organized. You bought one ticket, you got a bus ride from New Bedford to Springfield and back. Some beverages were provided on the bus. You got admission to the club, and you got into the VIP section.
Nice.
So his birthday is in April. My birthday is in June. So after I went to his birthday, he helped me organize my birthday. So my birthday went off without a hitch. And then the next birthday was Jasmine's birthday.
Okay.
So we just kept passing this along to different cousins in the family, throwing these birthday parties with buses. And every party got more and more elaborate. Started off with Springfield, did my party. I went to New Hampshire, then
Mm-hmm.
Jasmine's party. Her mind just thinks crazy. So she
Mm-hmm.
got me inspired. She was watching a Little Wayne video and she seen this. It was a video called Lollipop, and they had this bus with stripper poles inside of it. She
Okay.
was like, I want to rent something like that. And then we seen another video where Nas was at the 4040 Club in New York, and she was like, I want to take the bus to that place. I
Wow.
said, you want to rent a bus from New Bedford and you want to take it to New York to the 4040 Club? I was like, I don't know how we're going to pull this off, but I got like $75 and a crazy idea of how to do it.
Mm-hmm.
She was like, how are we going to do that? I said, well, we're going to pay somebody to design the flyer, and we're gonna print up three poster size prints of these flyers, and we're going to print tickets.
Okay.
These tickets that we sell is going to pay for everything, and we're both going to make a profit. She looked at me like I was crazy, but we literally funded the whole thing with $75.
Wow. Wow. That's nice. That's real nice. In fact,
But,
I mentioned. Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
oh no, go ahead. Go ahead. I'll feed off of you.
All right. I mentioned that I need a trifecta for your family, and need to get Bernie on. And
Yes.
the craziest thing is I can't forget Jasmine. You know, it's what she's done, and just kind of, man, I got to get her on here. So I want you to work on that for me. But we're gonna go back to your with the promotion and this event. So with $75, you end up doing your thing, getting her where she wanted to go.
Yep.
Not one place, but two places. And,
yes.
And that's all on a brainstorm, between the both of you.
That was it. Just sitting in her parlor watching videos, coming up with ideas. But that's how it starts. A lot of our influences were from places like Boston, Providence. We would go out and find hip hop clubs anywhere, and just meet the DJs and talk to the bartenders and talk to the doormen. We talked to everybody in the building because we wanted to know how it operated.
True.
And we wanted to know how the business worked. And then I got a job out in Fall River, this place called Foxcroft. They used to make clothes for like Kohl's and stuff like that. So it'd be like dress slacks and button-down shirts. And every Thursday they would have an employee sale, and they would sell all the stuff that had little blemishes in them and stuff like that. So I bought a couple pairs of slacks and a couple of button-down shirts. And a mechanic buddy of mine, he had this clipboard. He had an extra one. And I was like, yo, can I borrow that? He was like, you can have it. So I grabbed the clipboard, and I went to Staples. I grabbed some note paper, put in the clipboard. I just started taking notes on everything. Budgets, nightclubs, all the nightclubs that were in the area, capacities in the area. And then I would attend these nightclubs all around New Bedford, like on different nights, see how they were. I would watch the traffic flow. And then I found this one club, City Lights, that used to be popular back in the day and then kind of died down. And they were kind of in that in-between stage where the owner was about to sell it, but before he sold it, he wanted to try to make a little bit of money and have a couple of different kind of nights. Okay. So I walked in there with the clipboard and the slacks that I just got from work, and I said, I can fill this place if you give me a chance. And the first night, I said, I won't charge you. I said, I'll pay for everything. I'll pay for the DJ, and I won't even charge anybody at the door. And he was like, you're going to fill this place? And I was like, I'm going to fill this place. And 2 weeks later, I filled it. But what he didn't know is I filled it with all my cousins. I got a really big family. So all I did was invite all my cousins and their friends, and there was 200 people in there.
Damn.
Just word of mouth.
I love it. And I mean, it definitely, you got a big family. And then you also got another support group, which is your friends.
Oh,
you got a lot of
friends, man.
You got and you can hear it. I hear it, I see it, and people love you, love what you're doing. So you continue to do that. I'd like to see more venues in this area, because if you look at a lot of our folks around this area in this neighborhood in New Bedford, we tend to gravitate and go to other places. And when you look at it, we say, man, this place ain't no bigger than what we have at home, but look what they're doing, and I wish someone, brainstorms it. Maybe I should, brainstorm it and get a big enough venue so we can constantly do this. And proud of our friends like Mikey Montero, uh, Lionel Walker. They all trying to do their thing. Around the community. Sean Medina. He's definitely doing his thing where he's at. And I wish we had this home front. I wish we had a standing within this city to do the things that y'all are doing.
We've had it a couple of times. We
Yeah,
just didn't know what to do with it when we had it.
true, so true. And I think back then a lot of our heads wasn't screwed on right. Seeing the bigger picture, seeing uh, the expansion, a possible expansion of our community just by bringing things like this, hip hop in and out of the city on a weekly basis. Someone mentions I'm gonna bring this comment up right now. Well, first I'm gonna bring this one. This lady's first, and she says, "Proud mom. Mom's proud of you. Everyone's
That's right.
proud of you."
That's my heart.
So yes, definitely worth it. Good woman. We Now this comment on the screen right now, it says Orpheum Nightclub. Hey, Ian, I just want to tell you something. That's a great idea, a great venue. The only thing about the Orpheum is the building is huge. However, everything inside the building is really really dangerous. And we had once talked about it, long time ago when I was working about if we had to go in the building, if the building was on fire, no one's to go in there whatsoever.
Mm.
So that's hard to tell somebody like me that's has people dear in my heart, and being a police officer, I want to save someone. If I know someone's in the building, I got to do what I got to do. But there was just orders that no, because the building would collapse. It would if fire was in that building, it would collapse, which is dangerous. So
Yeah.
in order to save that building, they're definitely going to have to gut it out and do it all over again. Because if the fire department's telling you not to go in there, you definitely don't want to. Got Desiree Shores on the comment section. Um, Nice to hear from you. I seen her about a week ago. All right. So let's see. All right. So we touched on the promotion thing, and now something that I mean, just the name in itself, the franchise report. I mean, that's awesome, man. I just love the name. I love what it is. What part did you have into that? And also talk about your WBRU experience right now.
All right. So uh, WBRU used to come on every Sunday on 95.5. And a couple years back, it got sold and rebranded as 101.1. When it switched over from 94.5 to 101.1, they lost some of their demographic. Um,
Okay.
the station isn't as powerful, so it went from being 101.1 to also implementing um, uh, uh, an app. So now you can listen to it on an app, a tune-in app, or you listen to it on 101.1. Or what we did, we took it to the next step is we started filming stuff and putting it on YouTube. So that way it's more accessible to everybody. Um, so DJ Franchise is a good friend of mine, and we met years ago doing when I was doing the nightclubs,
Right.
and he knew I always had a thing for radio. I've been around the radio for some time now, and I just been playing the background role. I was on a couple of shows. I worked with DJ Ruckus and Music Fiend. I even took classes up at UMass for a while, and was going to get on that, but ended up taking different promotion jobs that just my time was just conflicting. I just couldn't get to it. But I've always been the type of person where I just want to put a lot of things in my toolbox, and when it's ready for me to use, I'll execute it.
Okay. good. And I've been, I always follow you on all the social medias as much as possible. One of the things I like is just your positive quotes, positive, post, which is good, because as I'm following you, I'm older than you, but there's other people that are following you that are younger than you, or just right there on the same level. And it said, Big Ferg got me, man. That's right. I'm gonna keep it moving. I'm not gonna let anybody slow me down, so on and so forth.
That's
You
right.
got to keep those quotes coming, because if I'm reading them, there's a whole lot of other people reading them. So keep it positive, and I definitely love it. See, and this one says, always keep it positive. I love his daily quotes on Facebook, which is,
Thank you.
and I didn't even read that. It's on here, but I didn't even read that quote, and that's exactly what I was saying. Um, got another Michael Kahn saying, love my boy. He's very special. Family rules. I love it. Got Damon Amandon. Okay, bro, we see you. Thank you for bridging the gap between the streets and the business world. Your wisdom will always help people in our community. You are appreciated. So true.
Thank you, Damon. Appreciate you, bro.
Yeah. Let's see. Let's got this. Hey, Lamont, Auntie Bernie is proud of you. So proud of you. Love you.
Love you too, Auntie. We got to get you up here.
Yeah, we're gonna get her up here. There's too many people demanding Bernadette. She needs to get her butt on this podcast, the Really Charlie podcast, so we can talk about our childhood, talk about what we're doing. Bernie, I think a lot of you inspired me in a lot of ways. I even wrote a children's book that's not even on the shelf yet, but it's there. It's called The Clubhouse. Ironically, she worked at the Boys and Girls Club of New Bedford. So, I'd like to get that on there, get that book out there, but I like to get her on the Really Charlie podcast. Let's see. Go ahead, brother.
Yeah, so basically with DJ Franchise, he stumbled into WBRU, and it was during the pandemic that he started to do the franchise report. And I was just watching his brother work, and he had a great team up there. And he was getting all the key players in Rhode Island. He was getting a lot of hip hop artists that I knew that were coming up. But he had a little bit of he had a lot on his plate, and he couldn't reach out to some of the Massachusetts artists.
Okay.
So that's when I reached out to him. We were playing phone tag for a while. Hit up my homegirl Leticia. She's out of the Boston Brockton area, and I said, man, let's put something together. I gave him my idea. I said, this is what I want to do. I want to help you recruit more artists, and I want to do all the bookings for you. I help you do all the scheduling. I'm really big on the behind the scenes stuff.
Nice.
Because I like the guys that go in front of the camera to have all the groceries they need, and I have no problem going food shopping. I go every Sunday anyway, so that's my thing. So my idea was to give all the talented people I know in Massachusetts. I just happen to start in New Bedford because that's where I'm from. But to give all the talented people I know in Massachusetts a chance to display their art.
Nice.
And put them on proper platforms so they can get their stuff out there. One of the biggest things missing in New England is the actual music industry. There's no industry out here. There's just consumers out here. There's no way to actually develop your talent and get out there on the radio station. So when I got this opportunity to get upcoming artists on the radio and on the legendary WBRU at that, I just had to jump at it.
You have to. I'm glad you did. Especially, listening to y'all, every week. It's just, I love it. And the craziest thing is that when I'm listening to it, I'm actually driving not too far from you, and I'm headed back to New Bedford. So I'm like, I said, man, it is right there, but I love it. I love what y'all doing, and I'm going to continue to support you and everything that you're doing.
I'll tell y'all a little behind the scenes. I'm actually I'm a full-time finance manager at Cape and Islands Kia. So everything you hear of me on the radio is pre-recorded. I'm never there.
All right. Awesome. And yeah, you gotta keep that other hustle going, you know.
Yeah.
Um, and I would still have the vehicle that I bought from you. But we, got in a family accident and had to total it and get rid of it. But you know, that was a dependable vehicle, and I was never, ever second guess what I bought. You know, that was one of my favorite vehicles, and I got it from you. So
I appreciate that.
that's it. So if y'all looking for a car, you better go see Lamont. It definitely give you a reliable vehicle.
Yep. And don't let me be in the Cape Cod deter you, because I'll deliver it to your doorstep.
See that? Just like that commercial. I ain't gonna put it out there, but just like that commercial is bringing right to your doorstep,
Hey,
man.
I was around before them too, just for the record.
Yeah.
I did
See
it
that?
first.
You could have been a millionaire, man.
Yo, I'm telling you, I got a lot of $1 million dreams, man. I just need a little more capital.
That's it. True. Speaking of family, you got Silky on the comment section. Keep doing your thing. Awesome. I'm still waiting for Silky with that. Yo, listen, man, what's up with that,
It's
man? What's
coming.
going on? All right.
It's coming. Everything's coming together.
You better
Well,
push him, man. Push him.
oh, he pushes me. That's my
Oh,
big
he
brother.
does?
Yeah, that's
All
my
right.
big brother, man. I told you, he the one that got me started promoting.
All right. All right. And
The
I don't want to.
Baptiste on extension, man. The Baptiste and the Fergusons, of course, we're family, but like that's who I run with.
Good. That's it, my boy. Funny as could be. He definitely belongs on TV, you know.
Oh, he's a natural.
Yeah, he is. Comment, I purchased my Kia from Lamont 1 year ago this month. I love my Sportage. See that? That's good. Good to hear.
That's what I'm talking about, man. Yeah, I started selling cars 6 years ago. Basically, I was running nightclubs for 10 years, and I just was kind of burnt out from the scene. Sometimes you do something for a while and you just need like a little bit of a change.
True.
So I was staring at my I have a massive emailing list, and I was like, what else can I service people with that they can actually use? And I had a cousin of mine, Shailene Korea, that worked in the car industry, and she said, you should sell cars. And I was like, I can't sell cars. She was like, you're very personable. She
Mm-hmm.
was like, I'm telling you, you should sell cars. And I was like, I'll think about it. Then I had a buddy, Josh Braga, come visit me at a nightclub one night. And he told me the same thing. He said, whenever you're ready for a job, come see me. So one day I walked into Kia Dartmouth, and Josh was he was at the podium. He was working a couple of deals, and he was like, you look like you're ready. And I was like,
Mm-hmm.
I'm ready. He was like, you stop Monday. And that was the job interview.
Nice. See, he didn't even second guess. He knew what he had, knew the person he had, and I mean, you're good. You're good. You was good with us, and you've been good with a lot of other people, as we hear across the word of mouth. There's nothing bad about you, brother.
Yeah.
So
Well,
I wanted to get back to the franchise report.
sure.
How can I support him, you, and everybody else involved in it? I definitely want to do my thing because I definitely love what I'm hearing. And as much as I want to support them, there's other people out there listening and viewing this podcast that would love to support them also, because it needs to get its wings. It got wings, but it needs to get it needs to get a little bit further, only because I definitely know that you all are just saying what people want to hear,
Yes. What we need everybody to do, we need everybody to go to our YouTube page, the Franchise Report, and subscribe. That is the best way to support us. Also, look for us on Facebook and like the page, the Franchise Report.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that right.
Just keep doing what you're doing, Charlie, man. We appreciate you, man. We look at you like our big brother too, man. Your work ethic is unheard of, man. You
I'm
got
trying, man.
a lot of interviews logged.
I'm trying. I just there's so many other people that I'm trying to get on here to definitely tell their story, and for some reason they're camera shy, audio shy, whatever it may be. And I try to tell everybody the podcast thing is just like talking to whoever you're talking to on your cell phone, on your FaceTime. It's the same exact thing, and just be yourself, And if the pressure is if you feel the pressure is there, I'm gonna try to take it off and just basically take charge of the podcast, kind of lead you in the right direction to make sure that you're having a conversation that we all want to hear. At least that if I'm doing if I'm being a good host, I should do some background and try to find out what everybody wants to hear about Lamont, Big Ferg, and then put it on the air, and I mean, for one, the promotion thing and how you got started. There's a lot of other guys and girls that out there might want to do the same thing. So they may need to pick your brain or listen to what you're saying on this podcast just to get themselves started.
That's the best thing about me. I'm an open book.
Yeah,
I always tell people I keep all my social medias public. I keep all my inboxes open. If you ever have a question, I'm here to answer it. One of the biggest things I promote when I was selling cars or promotion or anything else, if I promoted something, I promoted what was going on everywhere for the whole night. So you would,
sure.
on my Facebook, you would know what's going on in Providence, you would know what's going on in New Bedford, and you would know what's going on in Boston. The reason
Nice.
I did that is I always wanted to branch out, network with other people, but I also wanted to make our industry stronger to show people that there's hip hop around everywhere,
Yes.
every corner you go to. And now, if you go downtown, you can't go into a nightclub without hearing hip hop. And I would like to think I had a little piece of that because
Nice.
back in the day, 908 wasn't playing hip hop.
No. No. It's so true. We're gonna go in a little direction here. Give some praises to someone that you're proud of. I'm proud of, and that's It says all love, Lamont. This is Big Kenyatta. Kenyatta
Yes,
Watson got that new
yes, my
gig
brother. Congrats.
at Florida State. My nose. I love him. I love him. You know what? I love him even more only because this dude is on that staff now. This dude
Yes.
is on that staff, and I heard nothing but tremendous things about him. Never mind, the family that he's made, the family that he has, and now he's going to extend that family over to Florida State, and I'm so happy,
Yes. Yes.
happy for the team I root for, and happy for the family that I root for. So can
Definitely,
you,
man.
yeah, dude,
Oh, shout out to little Kenyatta too at Georgia Tech. Can't forget my
uh,
nephew.
you got it, and and that's a comment up here, man, and I'm definitely rooting for him. I gotta do something. See, your family is giving me some future podcasts, man, on a Really Charlie podcast.
I'm telling you, man, we got a lot of people, man. We'll keep you going.
Keep me busy, man. The ratings high. I definitely got to reach out to them. So it's
Yeah, I got a niece Kennedy that plays flag football in Miami too. That's Janelle's other daughter too. So
nice,
so we
nice.
keep you really, really busy.
Yeah, yeah. Gotta hear it. Gotta hear it. Kind of broaden my audience. Young and old, and definitely that would be definitely something I should do and reach out. So I'm gonna work on that. And I leave these podcasts to remind me later on when I'm listening to them. That's right. I got to get a hold of so and so.
Yeah.
Um, and I'm glad that we connected because first of all, you're working 7 days a week, whether you like it. Whether you realize it or not. So I'm always cautious of people working and their work schedules. I'm saying, man, too busy, man. I don't know if I can get it. Well, let me just at least ask. And then, so when we got this connected, it was good because, you gave me the day and we just worked on magic, which was really nice. So,
I appreciate you.
all right. And Another one of our friends, man, Graham. I tried to get him on here, and he something happened. So I got to reach out to him and get him on here, especially
Yeah.
that the show that y'all had with him, and he was just spitting out that, and that's the stuff that I like to hear. Being a poet,
Yes.
the lyric, being a poet, lyrics catch me. Those lines of lyrics, catch me and inspire some of my poetry, where I can just grab something and just say, hey, damn, let me just write about that real quick, and I, and it just keeps me going. So with him, some of the stuff when he mentioned about, was it 10, I think 10 or 11 years old, he was doing his rap thing. And my visions of him is when he's walking around with no shirt and a pamper on, walking around the Bay Village, and I mean, you were the same way,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
just, all you
We all
guys are
started
just
in the village.
one way. Somebody was, and you look at it, somebody had a babysitter in the Bay Village, whether it was, Nana or Papa or whatever, they
Yep.
always had, or they lived there, so, but I definitely had some good memories of it, and I cherish every minute of the day that I grew up in the Bay Village housing projects in New Bedford, Massachusetts. So, let's see. Reggie Victor has a comment about Janelle's son. Let's see.
Yeah, defensive back.
Yeah, definitely. Some money right there, man. It's no joke. Stay in that position. One of the highest paid positions on the defensive side. So I hope he's got the size. He does. His
He
speed's getting
does.
much better.
Yes.
Um, from what I see, and that's going to be nice. That is going to be nice.
Yeah, he just dropped some merchandise too. Look out
Oh,
for that K2 merchandise. I gotta plug my nephew.
please, please do, please. And if you share it, I'm going to share it too, and I'll put it on my podcast, my page, everything that I
Yes.
possibly
Appreciate
have.
it.
Yeah. Let's see what this next comment is. Oh no, the legendary Jeffrey Fufu Korea. Wow. Great guy, always uplifting, positive, a definite role model in our community and city. God bless brother Lamont.
Yes, yes. Mr. Fufu, one of my brothers.
We're waiting
Appreciate
for
him.
him. We're waiting for him, man. Wait for his story. He's
Oh,
coming.
his
He,
story is legendary. You might need a mini series for him.
yeah, definitely. Definitely. He's I can't wait. I mean, I could
Yeah.
sit with him all day, you know.
Yeah,
Sit.
actually, when I started promoting, he's one of the people that put me on with Sean Medina.
All right.
I grew up with Sean Medina's brother, Dwayne.
Mm-hmm.
That's another story right there. Interviewing
Yep.
Dwayne, by the way, Dwayne
Exactly.
Pina.
So
Uh,
true.
but Sean was a little older than us, so I never really met Sean. And then once I met Sean, we clicked. And man, that brother taught me so much. Like he just taught me how to believe in myself, how to talk to people, how to sell myself.
Yep.
And I've been doing that ever since, man. So big up to Sean Medina. I appreciate you.
That's it. Medina style is definitely style. He's definitely in a class act. Known him for a long, long time, and very proud of him. And when he's ready, we will get him on this podcast.
He's low key hilarious too.
He is. He is. He is. Gotta respect him. Anybody that's been a Raiders fan for that long, man, you gotta respect him.
Yes, yes, he earned everything. Him and my brother Shane Honor, two Raiders fans.
Yeah, definitely. My brother Malik, another one. They all die
Yes,
hard.
yes, and Malik.
So let's see what this comment is here. Just trying to make sure everybody's heard. Thank you, Charlie. Much love from a proud mom. Susan, you got it, man. You didn't even have to tell me to get this brother on here. He was already going to be on here. Got my OG, Joey Gonzalez.
Oh
Man,
yeah, it's the homie. What up, fam?
that's it, man. Love it. So, Fufu, I got you.
Yeah.
All right.
Fufu's getting his stories together right now.
Yeah, you better. You better. I don't care where he tells that story. You can tell it on the road. He can tell it at home. He just got to come on here and tell his story.
That's right.
Yep. So the no one of the inspirations throughout my police career was your grandfather, and he definitely before I got on and later on when I got on, he just definitely was always there to me for me. I could talk to him, and he inspired me. So as much as he's done for me, I can't even imagine what he's able to do for you as your grandfather, as your papa. And there's one thing I liked about him is that he hasn't changed since day one. He maintains his reputation, his character, and he's always there. Um, and I just want to let you know that I'm gonna give him some props on your podcast, only because I dearly and truly love him. But I don't see too much of him now, so definitely got to go pay him a visit.
Yes, he likes that, man. I'm with him every Sunday. We go to
Good,
breakfast every Sunday morning.
awesome,
That's my breakfast partner, man.
awesome, awesome, great story. He's got some stories, some history, and I wish he would tell it. Tell it to you, to me, to someone else. He's
he
been through.
he tells me
He's been
everything
through
every
decades.
Sunday. We talk about it all.
Yeah, that's nice. Well, you remember it and don't forget it because he may be one that won't tell his story. Well, you make sure you collect that history, and if you have to tell it later on, we know it's firsthand.
Yes.
Someone says we always remember his dad, Roy. Looked up to him, always had words of encouragement for me, Lamont, following in the same footsteps and respect. Yep, your pops was, your pops, your uncle, I mean, I can't even tell you what they done for me, especially, both of them. I was a young dude trying to get on a basketball court, and if they were around, they didn't have a problem putting me on the court. They didn't have a problem playing with me, on the court. And that took some respect, especially where you see those two high rises above the rim every, chance they got, and I really enjoyed, playing some ball with them on the basketball court. And until this day, I don't care um, where your uncle is. I'm gonna see him. I'm gonna acknowledge him. His back may be turned to me. I'm gonna yell him out. I'm gonna do whatever I have to. And I'm glad and I'm fortunate for him to be my friend. Let's see. Let's see what this is. That was from Hector. All right. All right. I don't know. I know several Hectors, so got a clue who that is?
I know a lot of Hectors too, man.
Yeah. So, it's talking about dad. He's the one that was talking about dad. So,
Yeah.
all right.
I'm sure
So,
it's all love, man. I
yep.
appreciate it.
Mr. Ferg, nobody better than him. Love him, man. He see me call. I don't know. It says Boone son, whatever it may be. That's Reggie for you. Hector Barrows. All right,
Yeah,
HB.
Hector Barrows, HB. Yeah,
Yeah,
yes. Yep.
HB. Been friends with him for a long, long time, since the 4th or 5th grade. Proud of
Yes.
Hector. Hector and the Funky Bunch doing their
Yeah.
thing.
That's more inspirations. Actually, yeah, man. Those cats really inspired me, man.
Man, they've been doing it for so long and still good at it. Um, Great story, good, bad, a little ugly. We all know their story and what they went through. There's one thing about HB is he's maintained his good nature throughout it all.
Yes.
Fame, the slight fortune. He's doing his thing. And I'm so proud of him as being my friend. So HB, I want to give you a shout out on a Really Charlie podcast with my guest Lamont Ferguson, and I just want to say we're proud of you also.
Definitely, man. A lot of people led the way for us, man, to be able to do what we do. Another great influence was Dwayne The Rock.
Yes.
He actually helped me book Jadakiss.
Wow. Nice.
Yeah, at the Skyroom in New Bedford. We sold it out. That was the first time the Skyroom got sold out. I think I know the limit was like 1,000. I think we had 3,000 people up there,
Mm-hmm.
and we didn't have not one incident, not one fight, not anything.
I
Like
love it.
it was a beautiful, beautiful show. Um, yeah, so I was I went to go see Sean Medina at up in Providence at Joe Vaughn's because he was bringing Jadakiss down. Jadakiss one of my favorite rappers.
Nice.
So I always said I want to bring my favorite rapper to my hometown, to New Bedford. When I first said it, cats were looking at me like, "Where you gonna bring him? There's not a place big enough." But I already knew they were opening the Sky Room, so I was like kind of like trying to keep everything on the low. But
Yep.
this is what I was working on. So I told Sean Medina, and Sean Medina was like, "Yo, I'm gonna book him and bring him down and have him host a night in Providence. You should come and meet him." So I went down to the club. I met him. I talked to him for like 3 minutes, and I was like, "I'm gonna book you, and I'm gonna bring you to my hometown, and I only want you to sing like 3 songs. But you
Mm-hmm.
my favorite rapper, so like, I'm booking you. This isn't no radio station or anything else. This is just me and you." I said, "I'm gonna call you in like 3 to 6 months, and we're gonna lock it in." He said, "Say no more." I mean, he
Nice.
probably says that to everybody, but I just took it as, "Oh, that's a yeah."
Uh-huh.
you know. And then I was on Facebook, and I seen Dwayne The Rock post up something about doing a song with Jadakiss, and I hit him up immediately. And I was
Mm-hmm.
like, "You doing a song with Jadakiss?" At the time, I didn't even have the Sky Room. I said, "Guess what? I got the biggest nightclub in the city. It's going to be on top of a mini mall, and we're going to be able to bring Jadakiss there." He got excited. The Rock goes crazy. He was like, "I'm gonna go all out for you. I'm gonna make it happen. I'm gonna put you on the phone with Jadakiss." I was like, "All right, I'm gonna call you next week when I'm at the club." So then I went to the nightclub, and I told the people at the nightclub, "I got Jadakiss. He's ready to come down here." Told him the whole story. I said, "I got Dwayne The Rock. He's a producer." I said, "He's gonna bring Jadakiss down here. I'm gonna let you know what it costs to book him, and this is my fee to book him."
Nice.
So
Nice.
called Dwayne. He hooked it all up, and he actually had Jadakiss call me while I was in the meeting at the Sky Room, which is like
Mm-hmm.
unheard of because usually you
Yep.
don't talk to the artists. Usually you talk to the other people. But
Mm-hmm.
I was able to get on the phone with Jadakiss. Between him and Vinny Idol, who's a producer up in New York, I met him a while back, and we just always stayed in touch. And we brought Jadakiss out. After we brought Jadakiss out, then we had all the rappers wanting to come out here. So we ended up getting French Montana, Max B, just Freeway, so many people. Like it was just, and it was all for one person. And and I used the same method I did when I did the bus trip. I printed one flyer. It was a poster, and I brought it to the meeting at Sky Room, and I
Mm-hmm.
said, "This could be your spot." It was a mock poster, and they bought the whole deal.
Nice.
Again, I
Nice.
spent I spent like $50. So I brought my favorite rapper to my city with $50.
That's called it's not a hustle. It's just knowing what you can do, man. Know what you can do. And I mean you've done that several times, so you know, chances are anybody gives you $50 to $75, you're gonna get it done.
That's right. I'm gonna triple up too.
That's it. Uh, Someone says check out To Tell the Truth tonight at 10 p.m. on ABC. Have to get the plug in, Charlie. I sure
Yes,
will.
yes,
I'm gonna check
yes,
it out without a doubt. I'm gonna check that out.
yes. Is that from Hector too? 'Cause I
Uh,
seen him posting something,
yeah,
man.
yeah,
I got to
yep.
get on that, man. He
Yeah,
posted it.
we all got to, you know.
Yes, yes. Got to support that. This is amazing
Mhm.
things going on right now.
Yeah, from this little old city, what's it called? 3 by 13, we're doing our thing, man. Doing
Yes.
our thing.
Shout out to my
Get,
brother Michael Santos. You
yeah,
said
that's
three
right. I
by
was getting ready
13.
to say that. You know, that little man does a lot of things. He got a lot of brainstorming, and I reach out to him for a lot of things, and he's a very smart man. People underestimate
Yes.
him, but he's definitely he's got some intellect in that good nature of his. Let's see here. Fufu, what you got here? Definitely a great businessman. Yeah, we know that. Good job, Fu. I definitely want to get Fu on here for a couple of things. One, the barbershop segment, and second, initial first I like to get him on and tell his story. So You know, Fufu got a bunch of good friends. You know, Decon, Adam Clark, Berto Carter. You know, like to get them boys on there so they can talk their talk on the Really Charlie podcast. So, you know, I could stay home and create a bunch of podcasts, and I'll stay busy. I'll stay busy, brother.
Yes. You're definitely going to stay busy. Yeah, matter of fact, you mentioned Birdo. We just had Sterling Carter on the franchise report, too.
I missed that. Wow,
Yeah,
how did I
yeah.
miss that?
Don't worry.
Yeah.
I'm going to post it back up. That's the
Okay.
good thing about YouTube. I got all the clips, baby.
All right. That's nice. Yeah, he's another great talent. You know, and that's two boys got an amazing mom, you know. She raised them, and look what they turned out to be. You know,
Yeah,
good men.
they were actually my neighbors on Spruce Street. We
Okay.
lived one house apart. That's how I met them.
Yeah.
They've been like cousins to me ever since.
Awesome. I lived next door to their grandmother, and you know, it's definitely good family ties, man. I love it. Who would you like to see on the Really Charlie podcast?
Who would I like to see on the Really Charlie podcast?
Yeah.
Other than all the people we already named?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Let me see. I'll give you a different question. All right.
No, I'll take that question.
Okay. All right.
Not for nothing. I want to see the mayor on the Really Charlie podcast.
I could put him on here. You know, it's actually, you know what?
He's actually a good guy.
You know what? You're the second one to ask for him to come on here. And I like to do that, you know, and especially with us, you know, him and I going against each other for the, you know, running for the city 2017. But I could still have a conversation. I could still have a conversation about the city I love, you know, and I hope it's the city that he loves. You know, he's been here a long time, so you know, I would like to have that. So I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do that along with a few other people's, but that's a great request, and I'm gonna work on it.
Yes. What else you got?
Let's see here. What's this here? Let's do this. The comment here. Maybe you and I can go back and forth on this. From Hector. Don't know if Fool remembers, but at Vincent's on the night on the bathroom, he told, I think it was Lawyer Malloy and Ty Law that was faster than them. Well, Fool, I'm gonna say this, and I'm only getting this.
Was faster than him, though.
Yeah, and I'm only gonna say that because I heard that, you know, Silky talking about him, and plus I seen him run. There's no doubt in my mind that this dude Fufu would have definitely been in the pros for a very, very long time, and you know, and I'm not going to tell his story and some of the things that I know, but there's no doubt in my mind that, you know, Lawyer Malloy, Ty Law, you know, Hall of Famers, probably, well, Ty Law is, you know, he's, Fool's right there. He's right there. There's no doubt. There's too many athletes that were in the pros that talk about Fool, as Silky has told me, many other people. So, you know, HB, thank you for that. And it also goes to Fool, you know, because he's here listening to us. You know, we're going to give you your flowers while you're standing. So definitely. You need to get on this podcast so we can all praise you, brother. And he will do it. He's already promised me. I'm the only, I'm going to go on record with this. I'm the only police officer in the city of New Bedford, Massachusetts that caught Fool. and I caught him from the back. I was chasing him down. And his story, he said, Charlie, you can't catch me. You can't catch me. You can't catch me. All right, I'm gonna run you down, man. I'm gonna run you down. So he didn't believe me. And I said, all right. And Foo's on it now. You know I caught you several times, Foo. Go on record right now in this comment section. You tell the whole Really Charlie podcast that I caught you from the back. I ran him down and I just grabbed him out of the shoulder and I said, I got you, and he submits. Look, let's bring this comment up. By the way, you are the only one to ever catch me.
He owned it. He owned it.
Yeah, he owned it. Love that dude. So what's next for the promoter, the WBRU host? What's next for you? What are you going to do next?
Well, pay attention to the franchise report. We have some great things coming up there. Pay attention to what Mikey Montero's doing. Some great things are going to come out of that building.
Yep.
And yeah, it's going to be interesting, man. New Bedford is definitely going to be up. That's all I got to say, man.
Yep. And just to let you know, let everybody know that you can see Lamont. You can see the gear he's wearing, the merchandise, and that's from Mikey Montero.
Yeah.
That newbie T-shirt. I have it. We all have it. It's so nice. I'm glad you're wearing it. I almost read mine. I wore mine today, but I already wore it this week.
Yeah.
And that's so nice that you can go throughout the week and you're definitely seeing that T-shirt all over the place. So he's definitely moving the city in a good direction. Another one is sure. I don't know if you see it. It's Sketchy Goichi, and it's a local artist, Roger Andrews.
Nice.
And he's been doing countless illustrations for from Hasbro to Hasbro Toys. He's done, and he's right from the Bedford. So
nice.
We're doing our thing.
There's a lot of people doing a lot of good things, man.
True. Fufu said, you not only caught me once, but many times, and I always smiled and said, damn, man, again. Yeah, I love it. That's a great story. Between him and I, we just definitely laugh about it all the time. So, I could definitely run track, but catching Fu, man, that's nice.
Gotta hold on to that one.
That's nice. I'll brag into old man in the nursing home. Hopefully I'm not in the nursing home. So I'm going to continue to follow you in the franchise report on a daily basis. I'm also going to share what you have, whether it's on YouTube, wherever it may be, and continue to plug you on the Really Charlie podcast group on Facebook. And I'm going to definitely, continue to share what I have to.
Thank you, man. I appreciate that. And I appreciate being on the show, man.
Hey, we're going to continue to do this, and I hope everyone's sharing this podcast as it was live. And if you wasn't, please share it now so people can view it later. And the more and more this story gets out, the more and more some praises and some inspiration that had come from myself and Lamont could be, brought down the ranks for people just by listening. And they may want to come on this podcast and talk about the same things that, Lamont's talking about, but I'm here. This is your official podcast. If you need me, you call me. If you need to be on here with a couple of people, you, Mikey, and a few others, we can do that. Whatever you want, just let me know, and we'll make sure we plug in the date and time, and we get you on the air.
Definitely will, man. We're definitely gonna do something again, man. I appreciate you.
All right, I appreciate you too, and keep up the good work, man.
All right, man. Take care, brother.
All right, God bless.
Peace. God bless.
Take care. All right. This is what the Really Charlie podcast is all about. It's just getting people on here like Lamont doing his thing. Doing his thing at WBRU 101.1 out of Rhode Island. And also, being part of the franchise report. Please go on YouTube, share it. Share and like the YouTube videos and the franchise report. Definitely bring all the likes you can. Share the interviews and everything that they're trying to put out there, because it's nothing but positive. And I love it. At 54 years old, I'm looking at the franchise report on a weekly basis, and I definitely want y'all to continue to support them. So, good people, you heard a lot of names and potential names are coming on this podcast, and I can't wait. And that's what I'm about: being inspirational, educational, and highlighting the stories from this fair city of New Bedford, Massachusetts. And also, I'm trying to reach out and get up, go all over the place. Got Kenyatta Watson down in Florida, man. Please, brother, you want to get on there? You get on there, man. Give me a call. We'll definitely put a podcast on there, just highlighting you, also your son, your family, and daughter in Miami. We'll definitely do that. And a shout out to Papa Ferg, love you. My man, Fufu, good show, Charlie. You definitely have a craft of making people comfortable, talking about their personal life. God bless, brother. See you soon. That's it, man. I appreciate you too. Very, very proud of you, without a doubt. All right, everyone. The podcast today, this week is definitely going to be some great, great guests. Let's see. Wednesday, we're going to have Lexi Barrows from New England Trailblazers basketball, professional basketball team. We're going to have her on here, who's also a member of the national Cape Verdean women's basketball team. She will be here to tell her story. Thursday, we have Derek and Ron Andrews on, Mike Samil, and Scott Ashworth. They all played Fairhaven High School basketball. Some of them went on to play collegiately, and I'm going to definitely have those guys on here on Thursday. And Friday, we will have Kara Rigo. It's a wellness coach, yoga instructor, therapist. She definitely does her thing. So keep tuning in to the podcast and get on to the Really Charlie podcast group on Facebook, Instagram, and check out the upcoming shows. All right, y'all. I love it. And you guys are saying great show. I love it. Great audience. Great, great audience. I love this audience. Continue to be here for me every day, every podcast. And it means a lot to me. So continue to support the Really Charlie podcast on StreamYard, Anchor, Spotify, Facebook, YouTube, hashtag New Bedford's Own, hashtag Really Charlie Podcast, and hashtag Really Charlie. Make those names fly. Give them their wings so they hit this country and this world, so more and more people can tune into the Really Charlie podcast. Take care, y'all. It's Sunday night. Work tomorrow. So I'll see y'all later on this week. God bless. Stay blessed. Be blessed and be well. Take care.